I was teased for having a lazy eye, but it was actually a more serious disease called Silent Sinus Syndrome.
Hey guys, it's Kirby. Welcome back to Pretty Unfiltered. Today's guest is the amazing Chloe Lukasiak. Hey babe.
Hey, how are you?
Good. So you guys obviously know her from her amazing dance talent on Dance Moms, and she has her own awesome YouTube channel. And today we're actually going to be talking about something that's near and dear to my heart, which are the eyes, the windows to the soul.
You guys captioned my Instagram picture once.
Windows to my soul. But you guys know, I've talked about this in a previous episode, my eye issues that I've had in the past, and I had eye surgery. So when I heard about Chloe's story, I was like, we have to have her on the show, and now you're here. So let's dive right in and talk about what happened last year.
Okay, so last year I had a lot going on, and I went to the doctors because I noticed that this eye was smaller than that eye, and my mom noticed it, and so we went to the doctor, and we were like, okay, so what's this? What's happening?
What's going on here?
And so I had a bunch of tests taken because they actually didn't really know what it was, and then they finally said that it was Silent Sinus Syndrome. So I think that it's like a vacuum was pulling my eye back, like because I had a negative pressure in this cheek or sinus, you could say.
Yeah.
So this eye like just appeared smaller than this eye.
Totally.
And so I had to get 2 surgeries.
Okay.
I don't even remember. That's really sad.
And you have a whole YouTube video that explains.
I do, yeah. It
kind of
really goes deep into it and kind of explains.
It kind of just came out of the blue, right? Because when I saw you on the show, I never ever noticed anything. It just kind of appeared.
I guess it had kind of been happening my whole life, but when I went through puberty, it really became noticeable. And then the doctors, they wanted to fix it because they didn't want it to cause later health issues because it was kind of balancing on that, but it wasn't there yet. And so they were like, let's just fix this now before it gets really too much of a problem.
So what was it like having a medical condition that was essentially written on your face and then being a targeted bully because of that?
When I first started being on Instagram, like I don't really pay attention to the negative comments. I always just kind of ignored it. And so like my mom would like focus on it more than I would, or the other moms or everyone else would. It just honestly didn't bother me. And then I started seeing those comments and I was like, okay, that's kind of mean, but whatever. And as I started going through the process and I went to the doctors and I was trying to figure out what was wrong, and meanwhile I was on the show, so I was dealing with filming the show and dealing with this problem. People were commenting on my eye more so, and I was starting to realize it and kind of read it more. I was like, wow, you guys really don't know what I'm going through right now. So it really made me frustrated because I was like, stop talking about it. Like, I'm having 17 vials of blood taken right now, and you're talking about how I have a lazy, ugly eye. And I was like, that's kind of mean. And so then I had to like go and dance later, and it was kind of hard. And I think that was it was just a really down time for me, but I think my friends and my family, and then once I figured out like what was the actual matter and got it all fixed and sorted out, and then I released the video, it just really helped me because then I was kind of like, okay, you guys stop saying all that stuff because here's what's actually wrong, and it just kind of felt really good to kind of get it off my chest and just talk about it.
And you know, I think it's interesting because I have watched that video, and some of the comments were like, I support you, you're beautiful no matter what, don't listen to the haters, which was awesome. But then there were people that said, I had no idea, I'm so sorry I ever said anything, I didn't know you had a medical condition. And I think that is actually worse to say, because it's like,
because
you're apologizing because now you're saying I went through something medically and it was affecting my health, not that you're sorry for even making the rude comment in general.
Right, or trying to like put someone down like that.
Yeah.
I don't understand some people's thought process.
Exactly, and you know, you're on Dance Moms, and it was a time where people think they know who you are because they watch you. You're
right,
because
I was on a reality show, so everyone's like, oh yeah, they think that like they can comment, which they can, but they just feel like they have a say in my life.
What would your advice be to someone who's going through ridicule or bullying or anything like that, whether it's in real life or online?
My advice would be just find the people in your life that like make you happy, like find the really good friends, and or like if you have a really great family, just focus on that. Just try to not focus on the bad things in your life. And if you ignore the bullies, they get bored. They get bored bullying you, and then they move on to someone else, which is really bad because we should just end bullying. But yeah, just ignore them and just try to be happy and focus on yourself and what makes you happy, because for the longest time I was always trying to please other people, and the biggest lesson I've learned this year is just to make myself happy. So don't try to change yourself and make the bullies happy or whatever it is. Just ignore them, ignore the haters, and be yourself.
Wise, powerful words. Thank you so much for saying all that. Let's talk about what you have coming up.
I just finished filming Cowgirl Story a few months ago, actually beginning of June, with Bailey Madison. Yeah, it was really, really fun. I had a great time on that movie, or on the set. We learned a lot. That's coming out in May 12th of 2017.
Okay.
Yes. And then I'm working on 2 other projects right now. I can't really talk about them yet. So, but as soon as I can, I will let you all know. It's one in September, one in October.
Perfect. Okay,
Yes.
we'll be on the lookout for those too.
Yes.
And tell everybody where we can find you online. It's all the same, right?
All the same. On Instagram, I'm just Chloe Lukasiak. Twitter, just Chloe Lukasiak. My Snapchat is official Chloe L. My YouTube is just Chloe Lukasiak.
We're gonna put all of
Pretty
the links
boring.
down in the box below, so make sure you go and subscribe to her YouTube channel, which is awesome.
Oh yeah, I have all of my YouTube videos, so all that fun stuff.
And just remember, be empathetic to other people. Don't just make snap judgments. You never know what somebody's actually going through, guys, okay? As always, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Kirby Johnson, and on Snapchat, Kirby.Johnson. In the comment section below, let us know who you want to see on the next episode, topics you want us to cover, all that good stuff. I'm here for you, and the show is here for you. So we love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.